He does.
Prediction? Yes, prediction. Pain.
Are you ready? I was born ready.
Obviously, you're a little, aggravated by the line of questioning regarding Canelo.
I don't want to touch this, dirty, so bad. I don't want to touch his name.
He doesn't want to touch you.
The art of humbleness. Can you be with me? That's the reason why I'm crying, because I'm not that person no more. And I miss him. Because sometimes I feel like a bitch. I don't want that person to come out, because when he comes out, hell is coming with him. And it's not funny at all. It must sound cool, like I'm a tough guy. It's just I hate that I'm scared.
It would be awesome to, being a great warrior, maybe with a Mexican. I have to put the joke.
No. Hey,
Thank you.
perfect for playing, man. I appreciate
Good
you.
timing, man.
Can't put predictions, man, but I definitely don't want to leave it to the judges.
Envivo, we are Long Live Boxing Envivo podcast, como siempre, Manny Marrero.
Shono Gringo Hicksa.
Hopper. Breaking it down like it is. Like it should be.
Como debe de ser.
One episode at a time. One episode at a time. And it's episode what? 70?
76.
6.
76.
Wow, 76
Whoa.
episodes. What are we going to do when we get to 100?
Oh, we're going to do something special.
We should have been in 100
Talk
right
about
now.
Canelo.
We're going to...
Oh,
that's
don't
every
start
episode.
Canelo.
Yes.
And we just did.
30 seconds into
I
this.
can't
Let's-
believe it.
Let's put until the end of April, and we'll talk Canelo next fight. Right? Can we just rest of Canelo a little bit?
No,
Never.
That's
Never.
not how we
Nunca.
were.
Yeah.
All right.
You're going to start making me hate him just because you...
No.
What?
I think
you kind of low-key do.
Ain't no
I think-
low-key.
I think both of y'all kind of low-key.
Low-key, I hate
But
that.
it's okay.
I've defended you for a long.
I love me some Puerto Rican fighters, though.
Hey, yeah, he loves them all.
I
They're
love
all his
me some-
favorite.
I love me some Mexican fighters, though, too,
I
though.
love
There
them
you
too.
go.
And this
love them all.
weekend,
Woo! What?
here in Dallas, Texas,
Okay.
What we
we
got
have-
going on, Hop?
we have a rematch.
Rematch.
Finally.
It's happening.
The hardcore boxing fans have been asking for this fan. What was that? El Gallo Estrada
Oh!
is fighting Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez.
Man, how did you feel when they announced that?
Parte dos. I think I did a backflip, and I can't do backflips.
So you clearly survived it.
So you weren't a Teofimo?
By the
kind of
grace of God, I survived.
And then you found out it was going to be here
And I did another backflip.
and survived it.
and then he
I
died.
survived it again.
Man, he's a survivor. So speaking of survivor, again, this is going to be a fantastic matchup.
They both survived the first matchup.
Yeah, he did.
Why did it take so long? Obviously, they're going back and forth in different
It
divisions.
happened 8 years ago. The first fight happened 8 years ago in November 2012. It was something at the time. It was called Wealth TV in LA. Now it's called AWE, a Wealth of Entertainment. So, but yes, at the time it was called Wealth TV. Estrada was 22 years old. Roman Chocolatito was 25. It was a unanimous decision loss for El Gallo Estrada.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, there was a massive difference in experience. That was Juan El Gallo Estrada's first crack at a belt compared to Chocolatito's 9 title fights.
Wow.
Roman Gonzalez was 33-0 going into that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Estrada was 23-1. Now, that fight was contested at the light flyweight limit at 108 pounds. Both fighters have come a long way since then because their first fight, it wasn't even the main event.
How crazy is that?
It was the co-main event to Brian Viloria and Hernan Marquez. And as we now know, Chocolatito went on to have great success
Right.
at HBO. He was
Yeah, absolutely. He was on a lot of the co-main events to Triple G.
to your. Oh, of course you had to bring that out. You could.
Hey, at least it's not every show. At least it's not every show.
Right.
You were
Sir.
waiting for that.
Yeah, that's the whole reason I wanted to do
right.
this topic.
But you're right. It's the only reason you want to talk about this fight. All right. Contribution is over or what?
We're shutting it down.
I'm done. Episode over. Envivo, fuera.
Adios.
But no, Chocolatito went on to have great success at HBO. He became a staple in the pound-for-pound rankings. Estrada himself went on to have himself a very Hall of Fame worthy run.
Yep.
He ended up defeating the likes of Brian Viloria, Giovanni Segura, Hernan Marquez, Carlos Cuadra, avenged his defeat to Sir Rungsavai, the guy who knocked out Chocolatito out cold.
The Rat King.
Yep. The right. Yeah. Hey, that guy, he's got some power in him, right?
Man,
that dude there.
Hey, he's fighting
He
this
came
weekend,
out
too.
of nowhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
he came out of nowhere and just like, oh my goodness,
Back
this
to
guy right
back.
here. Well, anyways, part 2. We'll be here in Dallas, Texas.
So, I mean, to me, it's amazing that, this fight actually is going to happen. I gave up on it years ago that it was actually going to take place. The first one was such a, star out of the sky, came out of nowhere, so to speak, that I was in disbelief. And, such an amazing event in the way it took place. These fighters are literally forged, put together to fight and face one another. I mean, it's such a great ballet of warriors going back and forth, and I'm really
Great
just
pick.
excited as far as how it's going to come together. Like, so for me, I felt like in the initial fight that really helped, and it shows you how things have kind of changed because of the weight and the experience that Chocolatito had, that he was able to kind of work his skill. Well, they're both highly skilled, and he had the advantage on the ropes. But you did notice, as far as there was an advantage from the standpoint of Estrada, when it got more to the middle of the ring, he was able to kind of work some angles and really was able to establish himself with that, ferocious hook, and really, left his mark in that sense. The thing that's so great about Chocolatito, that's so amazing, is, the way he fights off the guard with those crisp shots. And, he's always been able to do that. And I was fortunate enough to see his last fight when he fought here in Frisco.
Khalid Jafai.
Right. And he, you fight the odds. And he,
Dun, dun.
I'm here all night. And he was able to
It's out
get a
there in
victory.
Azteca, TV Azteca.
So that was amazing to me. So the thing is, honestly, I feel that Gallo Estrada is really hitting his stride
Exactly.
at the right time.
The right time.
The thing is, I know my bias is there, and I'm trying to fight through it. But at the same time, even though I want Chocolatito to win, and I'm such a huge fan of his, and I think to be such a huge mark to beat your rival, another guy that's at the top of his game.
Even though they're cool with each other.
Yeah, even though they're cool, but they're competitors. Competitors' heart in the ring. If he could beat Estrada for a second time, that would be phenomenal. And that the thing is, because I think the potential for him to do it, but in my heart of hearts, I'm a realist. We break it down like it is, like it should be. I just kind of can't see it either, though.
It's tough.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is, it's not doubting his ability. It's just that timing is everything. It's not just who you fight; it's when you fight them.
You fight him.
You feel like because the last performance against Israel Gonzalez, that was great by Chocolatito, but we start seeing him fading a little bit, and we didn't see him at the top of his game. So you feel like more this time that Estrada is more on top of his game than Chocolatito, kind of coming down. I'm not saying he's at the peak, but he's not coming completely down because he's still got something. But
I mean,
more based on
it's the kind of combination of things, because I like the way Chocolatito looked in his last performance, and he didn't have to, grind it out as much as Estrada did. Against Cuadras, that was like almost fight of the year last year.
Yeah.
And then he also went down.
Well, they fought around the same time, October.
Right.
Last year.
Exactly. Yeah. Good point. So the thing about it, though, I think that overall, even though like you look at the last fights, Estrada's had, he's been in much tougher, grinded out fights. But I think he's an overall better peak performance.
Yeah.
And I think he's just overall just kind of in better shape. And I think he's in his prime. And, so you're asking Chocolatito to be, 33-year-old beating down Chocolatito, been in war after war,
I know.
Fought so many years, and he's got to get himself up. And is he going to be able to take the punishment?
Against a prime.
He'll take it.
Prime
That's the thing.
Estrada?
That's the thing about it. He'll take the punches. And that's the problem. Is he going to be able to last the entire 12 rounds taking those punches?
I don't think so.
Because he'll take some. I mean, he took Chocolatito took a lot from Israel Gonzalez. A lot. I was like, wow, he's getting hit a lot. But the good thing is, like, we can see that, that not natural power or something that comes within, which is like huge in faith. And even with all the issues he's had in the past, lost his trainer.
Yeah.
He was averse to back-to-back horrible losses. I honestly almost cried when I saw him losing the first time, and then the second time.
Oh man, it
Again,
tore me up.
we sang it. I mean, I was like, wow, is this the end of Chocolatito? And then all of a sudden he comes back, he gets back together, and we see him in prime time again, winning the WBA Super Featherweight champion against Kyle Jafai.
Yeah.
And now he's got a big, tough match against Israel. And now you get the opportunity to fight for the second time, which probably will be the last time if, I think he would retire after this one.
Well, here's what I'll say as far as from the prediction standpoint is, I've heard some people say this, that, I mean, obviously I think they're talking from the terms of a nostalgia, aspect. There's not going to be a third fight.
It's not a third fight, but I'm saying maybe retire regardless of the
Dude, I think it's going to be over, because I look in terms of, when you have this high quality, the competitive level, what it took for him to get down to the weight. And I know he's very spiritual. He's been very focused. I mean, all those things. But at the end of the day, you got to get in the ring. And I think Estrada, because of the expectations and the pressure of the Mexican fight fan base, and he can't lose this fight, man.
Yeah.
You can't lose the Chocolatito. And Hopper, you can speak more towards this as far as, what if Estrada loses? I mean, how badly would that truly hurt his legacy in your eyes? Honestly?
Oh, that'll hurt
if
his
Estrada
legacy.
loses?
That'll hurt his legacy big time, because this is a unification fight. Estrada is
but still, I mean,
WBC's
Estrada is still young enough that he can move on with his career.
Not if he loses to him twice.
Especially with
It's always going to be in.
It's going to be there, but
him.
Chocolatito can go out and retire and say, I have a good life, great, no problem, I moved on.
No,
and
but we're talking about Estrada. Yeah,
Estrada's going to stay in the game. Maybe mentally, it'll probably drain him down. It's like, man, my 2 misses on the resume, third actually, and 2 of against.
He's only 3 years younger than
Chocolatito. But Chocolatito doesn't have anything else to go.
He's got a lot of wear and tired. Like
Chocolatito unifies right now, and he's done.
Estrada is
I think he'll probably be done.
He's the WBC Super Flyweight champion. Chocolatito's WBA Super
and the
Flyweight
ring
champion. He
match.
defeated Khalid Jafai, and you know what? We actually had the Spider. We actually had the privilege of talking to Chocolatito when he fought before he fought Khalid Jafai.
Oh yeah,
Spider, if you could play clip 1.
Hopper, LongLiveBoxing. Roman, ¿te sientes a gusto en este peso? En tus últimas peleas, ¿cómo te sientes aquí en este peso?
Yo me he sentido muy bien, ¿verdad? Muy contento. Me ha sentido uno de los mejores pesos que he tenido, ¿verdad? Y pues, muy contento, muy feliz.
¿Qué esperas de Khalid Jafai?
Bueno, yo sé que es un rival muy bueno, él es el campeón del mundo. Se puede esperar todos rivales son buenos, no hay ningún rival pequeño. Me he venido cuidando desde hace tiempo para pues esperar esta pelea, se dio la oportunidad. Lo único que te puedo decir es que va a ser una tremenda pelea y pues un buen espectáculo.
Mi última.
Wow.
Nice, yeah, and that's Chocolatito. It was an honor to talk to him.
So for our English listeners, what did the great Chocolatito say?
Oh, he just said that he feels great at this weight, and that he's going to give a great fight against Khalid Jafai. And he did.
Yeah, he did.
And he
did.
held true. It wasn't just talk. And the thing with Chocolatito, you could tell he's all about business. He just wanted, he was being very polite, very cordial, but he just wanted to fight. He was ready to. You could tell he had like this chip on his shoulder. That time when we were all talking to him, everybody was talking to him. And my preview here, it's pretty good. It's pretty cut and dry. I expect both these warriors to pick off where they first left in the first fight.
Yep.
Yeah, they both throw punches in bunches. And my pick, it's going to be Juan El Gallo Estrada. He's in his prime, 30 years old. He's evolved as a boxer since the first fight. That was his first championship fight. He had this deer in the headlight look. He's faced quality opposition since then. And last year, Chocolatito was just facing questions whether he was done or not after suffering defeats to Sarung Savai. And he's got a lot of wear tear. I just feel Estrada has come into his own. And more calm Gallo. And to be honest with you, I can't see this fight finishing the 12 rounds.
Yeah,
I see it ending maybe like in the 9th or the 10th round. And Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez is gonna give his all. But Estrada is peaking. Like if you look at his last few fights, his last few years, he's coming to his own.
Yeah, I mean, I think I might have mentioned this in another show. I was thinking when I saw Chocolatito's last fight in Frisco, I was thinking I might have seen his last win. Then they started hearing more momentum, not this last fight. And it seemed more likelihood that this rematch was going to happen. And now here we are on the precipice of it taking place.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the thing is, now that it's going to happen, it's like a realization for me as far as, he's going to go out in a shield. There's no way. I don't see it going the distance. I don't see him giving in at any point, and that's just not the way he's wired. And it's for him. He's a warrior, and I think it's truly Estrada's time. That's why I'm so surprised that the fight was made. But again, Chocolatito's a warrior, and too many people wanted to see this fight.
It's on the zone, so they both got paid.
Get
Papa
paid.
Hearn.
Yep. So absolutely, definitely looking forward to. Definitely tune in to us on Saturday. It's going to be a hell of a fight, and I can't wait. I know it's going to be.
I can't wait, and
Who else
I got mixed emotions.
After preview.
I got mixed emotions here because I really like Chocolatito. I really do, and I felt when he got knocked down against Sorungsabai, and interesting enough, he comes back again and gets beat again by him. But those of you who don't know, I mean, this guy fought both of them. And, he beat Estrada back in February 24, 2018. And then he fights him again, and Estrada was able to get, beat convincingly.
Defeat,
unanimous decision. And that wasn't too long ago. And so you can see that
the difference in
he could avenge that defeat he had a year before, and Chocolatito was never able to do that back again. So
no, he tried and
it just couldn't do it.
It ended horribly for him.
Destroyed.
So I felt those two defeats. I was almost cried.
Me too.
Being a fan of Chocolatito.
When I saw Chocolatito go down, I said,
and then his face, the way he probably say he's got
a great
shoulder,
guy.
and he's a great guy. He's lovable. He very Christian, very polite. Smile is all about business, and I think he uses boxing to take all that anger and everything that he doesn't want to portray it in his regular life, because he's just all about peace, and he does his job. But I just I hate to right now make a call right now, a prediction, because I don't want to do it, I don't want to do emotionally. But sadly enough, it's going to be very tough for even me to think that Chocolatito may, win a unanimous, decision at the end of the fight. He's going to give it his all. And just because of the age difference and how, Estrada is just on his peak, I'm just picking Estrada. I got to pick Estrada for that. I may be saying that right now because it's just realistic, but in the bottom of my heart, I want Chocolatito to win. Honestly.
Now, just real quick before we go on to our next topics and end this thing off with a bang. Some people compared it to it's apples and oranges, but when as far as like the points of where they are in their career, like there's a 3-year gap, but it feels bigger. It almost feels like Thurman Pacquiao gap, to me, as far as like the wear and tear, even though there's been a lot of wear and tear on Estrada, but it seems like, just because Chocolatito in his career, and then the trouble with the weight and all the things he's had inside and out the ring, or maybe that's just but also too, like not just that, but the finality. I feel too, like going into it, because I went to that fight, I really thought I was gonna watch.
Dude, look at me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Paired it on.
I had to bring it up.
Bring it up.
Right. Half man, half flamboyant. So I had the feeling like I was looking at Pacquiao's last fight. His last, he was going out on his shield and he's going to get it knocked out. But hey,
he whooped that boy.
And he beat him. Is there any chance of that happening in this fight? I don't think so.
No.
I wish.
Ringo, have you given your pick?
I wish.
It's not going to be a third fight, and this will be Chocolatito's final au revoir to boxing.
Whether he wins or loses. Because, I mean, if you think about it, this is the best a super, flyweight's going to get right now. The best.
If,
I
that's
mean,
saying something. Like if.
Right. This is a big, huge, major unification bout.
If he wins, but
there's
won't.
nothing else out there other than, Yoka, which I don't think Chocolatito will fight Yoka if he beats Estrada. I don't think he may go for the undisputed. But, I mean, there's really not a whole lot left in here other than this big, huge, major unification bout. So shout out to to both fighters for going at it again.
Yeah.
Very dangerous fight for
Absolutely.
Chocolatito.
Yeah.
He's like I said, he's a warrior and he's not backing out. And that's what I love about it. Regardless of my age, I'm going to fight when it matters, and it matters right now. Let's get the two going on. It took a long, but we're going to get it. And we're going to get it here in the Metroplex in Dallas, Texas. And we're freaking excited. Won't be at the fight.
Because I'm Poe.
But we're going to be local here, and we're going to feel the excitement.
Absolutely. And then, we might even go live. And,
why not?
We just might.
I mean, you never know. Everyone likes to see Manny's reactions, when he gets all into the fight. And, hey, I'm right there with you guys.
Yeah.
Speaking of there with you guys, there's another guy that's fighting that likes to party. And he also lost his belt.
At the scales?
On the scales?
They're fighting on the same night as Chocolatito Estrada?
That was brilliant
That's a
scheduling.
stupid move. A stupid move only cause for PBC. That must be PBC.
Yeah, and that's our boy Benavidez.
That's our boy too. David, what are you doing? Can you tell them, hey, can you put me on a Friday?
Hey, listen, but the plus side is he already weighed himself, and
he's underweight.
He's in weight. He's in weight.
He's not eating food. Wait, can you pass the drug test though? Cocaine?
I think he's past
below the belt shot.
Hopper.
I like you, Benavidez. You're my boy. We talked to his dad.
Poppy's awesome too. I mean, we wish the best to Benavidez. I know he wants another chance, another opportunity,
and he's saying all the right things. He wants to fight Canelo, but he said he wants to earn it.
I want to earn it, so bring Charlo.
He wants to beat up Charlo. He wants to beat up Plant.
Bring Charlo.
Yeah, absolutely.
What does he say about Charlo though?
Man, Spider, can you play clip number 3? And let's actually hear from him himself.
Was he talking about Charlo?
The shit out of right now is Charlo.
When
at 160, he was talking shit about me. The way this started off, they would ask me about Charlo because they were saying he was gonna come up to 168. And I said, I never disrespected him. I never said nothing about him. I said, no, it would be a great fight. I'm actually a fan of Charlo. I like how he fights.
He's a nice guy.
Stylistically, he's a brawler. I'm a brawler. So, you get nothing but fireworks at the end. I guess he must have felt some type of way about it because he was doing an interview. And he's like, I'll snap his fucking neck. I'll beat the shit out of this and that. So I'm like, okay, motherfucker, you're going to beat the shit out of me? Well, let's get it then. And now he's saying that he's not fighting nobody under 25. You need to fucking get vaccinated.
I'm not fighting nobody under 25, and I'm not fighting nobody that don't take the COVID vaccination. If you don't get the vaccination, I'm not fighting you.
I have that rule too.
I never disrespect him any type of way, but when you can tell me you're gonna snap my neck, you're gonna fucking knock me out, well then you better keep your word. Get vaccinated.
I'm not fighting nobody under 25, and I'm not fighting nobody that don't take the COVID vaccination. If you don't get the vaccination, I'm not fighting you.
I never disrespect him any type of way, but when you can tell me you're gonna snap my neck, you're gonna fucking knock me out, well then you better keep your word. You better come try to knock me out, because it's not easy. It's not gonna be easy for you. So now we gotta fight. I'm not gonna have nobody talk to me like that.
Woo! Man. All right, so I don't know about you guys, but I just pissed myself. David Benavidez.
Some trash talking right there.
Man, but know what? That's the thing, though. Like, if you're going to talk crazy or reckless, as they say in the streets, people are going to call you out. That's what social media is there for because, it's accessible to everybody. And also, too, there's a lot of people, then I'll go ahead and say it, that are hating on my brother's guy, Canelo, and saying...
What? They're hating on Canelo?
I don't know if you knew that was happening.
Really?
Sorry to break it to you.
Breaking news.
But the names that keep coming up are ironically Benavidez and Charlo.
And Plant.
Man.
And they're all in the BBC. And they're not fighting each other.
They're not fighting each other. Exactly.
Fucking weak.
It's like, let me save all my stuff.
Weak
in the closet.
Sauce.
And
weak sauce.
Let me stir it with some weak
with it.
sauce.
Not making money with it.
And then when you hear, coming out their own mouths of, what Charlo's saying is just...
Charlo wants him to be over 25 with the vaccination shot. He wants him to get his GED. He wants him to fight him with an eye patch.
So he can parallel.
And Benavidez cannot hit Charlo above the belt.
And he has to direct a movie for kids. And has to win an award.
And do you really
want
to fight him?
McGruff.
Why don't you just say I don't want to fight him?
With a budget of $500.
I don't want to fight him. I don't care to fight him.
See, people give Canelo a lot of shit, but then when Charlo comes out with this, you gotta be over 25 and you need your vaccination shot. Like, bro, what the fuck? I've never heard that.
And it was with a straight face.
And he said it like serious. He wasn't joking.
Yeah, he felt good about what he was saying.
Like, hey, this is my demand.
He's like, no, this is right. This makes sense.
Yeah.
No, you gotta get your vaccination, bro. We just had, I don't know how many fights with.
But like you said, and again, it's not me hating on any side, just calling like it is an observer, a lover of boxing. I'm actually with my brother Hopper. Like, I cannot wait until they actually do, because the PBC hasn't really announced their big guns yet. When they actually do announce Charlo who's going to fight, because he's talking a big game, but I really haven't seen it bear fruit like we would like and hope to.
Rematch Dennis Hogan.
Well, that's going to be riveting. But speaking of riveting, our brother Manny.
Manny, what's happening on in the Puerto Rican, the island of Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico's getting some good
¿Qué está
action.
pasando en la isla, carnal? Platícame.
Puerto Rican's getting some good
Dímelo,
action.
mi rey.
Some good actions thanks to Miguel Cotto, Ring City, USA. Man, they're bringing a lot of good stuff out there. Last fight, I'll start with some of the good stuff that I was able to see. First of all, El Hijo del Feroz, Fernando Vargas Jr., made his second debut. He fought Samuel Flores. Honestly, Flores looked like he didn't even train, but he got,
Oh, I can relate.
So, but now done some professionally 3 times, and he's at 36 years old, and I get it. Salvadorian guy now based in Minnesota, and, he's never made it past the first round. So, I mean, this is just another, one of those not tune-up, but, we can see the glance of his son having, what Papa did out there, and I think there's going to be huge things for him in the future. So that was good, though. I wish I would have been there, man, because a lot of people in our circle, man, they were able to get some pictures with El Feroz. I mean, as a matter of fact, he was interviewed, and he said that, and I'm not trying to deviate, but he said, after the Felix Tito Trinidad, I was never the same. And it was very interesting because we never see him the same. And I know he had back problems and issues and stuff like that, but he really got tested with that left hook of Tito Trinidad. So, but good stuff for the future Hall of Famer. I believe he probably will be former champ as well. The next fight, that was we've been looking forward to see is the comeback of Danielito Zorrilla. He fought Ruslan Makhachev. It was a fight that, honestly, at the end, all we were hoping that is that Danielito Zorrilla was good. Makhachev had lost a point in the 5th round, shots behind the head. I can see a lot of people were kind of saying, wait a minute, he's from Puerto Rico, the referees are in Puerto Rico. Is this something that, he hit him a couple rabbit punches and then he hit him another punch. That was like, I didn't see anything that, a warning or anything like that. He kind of told him stop a little bit, but no official warning. But he took him a point, and that's okay. We were trying to prevent something. But then after that, man, I mean, he got a really big punch in the back of the head. And Danielito Zorrilla was never the same. I do have to say though, he was winning the fight, but at one given point, Makhachev gave him an overhand right, and Danielito kind of stood there for like seconds. He brought his guard down, and I thought he was going down. Makhachev never came back and threw more punches. He just left them there, and then he kind of woke up a little bit. So I don't know if those punches did really took an effect on him. But at the end of the fight, he wasn't the same. He couldn't really, he looked like discombobulated. He couldn't even talk or anything like that. And guys, that was not a way to celebrate. All right, you win a fight, very important fight, and you got to go to the hospital and celebrate. So honestly, what I want to say is,
was he?
There are people thinking that Zorrilla milked.
Was he tired?
Well, listen to me. There's gonna be people that are saying that he probably quit.
That's
but
me.
The only you people. The only thing I remember at that moment,
I don't know. He was kind of
It was Preacher Colon.
Ruslan was
the only thing that I remember at the moment. Come on, man! You got to protect your boxers, and it wasn't intentional.
That's
it wasn't intentional.
Look at me! Look what I'm doing.
Yeah, but. Yeah, that's
Ruslan was coming on in the.
Well, he was coming on, but how many punches you get in the back? Listen, I get a tap in the back and it hurts. Can you imagine punches in the back? Come on, Hopper. You know better than that. You know better than that.
No, it looked like
better than that.
It looked like.
You know better than that.
Tired. He was.
You know better than that. Come on, you got to protect the boxer. But they did a good job of moving out. He couldn't really come back, so. Good job. I can't wait to see him coming back again and see what he really he improved himself in the 140s.
I like triggering men.
The other fight, that was very interesting. It was Brian Chevalier against Carlos Zambrano. I know we talked about you guys, saying that let's see what Chari Chevalier has in the 126.
Definitely.
Interesting enough, knockout in the 3rd round. He's very strong. He really,
great fight. I like the way he held his hand and hit him in the back of the head.
Yeah, well, he did that one too. Yeah, I would have called him up out there. But one of the interesting thing is right now is Brian Chevalier is calling himself.
We don't pick on Manny.
Dude, let me just finish my recap, man. Brian Chevalier. Tell you cherry pick him when you know, Canelo, he cherry picks a lot. Not at this time, but he does. He didn't in the past. Anyway, so, Chari Chevalier has an opportunity right now. He's claiming himself to be the best 126-pounder, and he's already challenging, the winner of Pitufo Dia and Emmanuel Navarrete.
That'd be great.
That's going to be April 24th. It's going to be a stack card in Orlando.
Berlanga might fight on
Berlanga might fight there. Capu might fight there as well.
Adorno?
Maybe Fabian as well. He kind of threw us a little bit something out there.
Adorno too, and his cousin.
Adorno fighting again. So
Moncho Lebron.
Moncho Lebron. There's going to be a stack.
Oh my goodness, a lot of Puerto Ricans and one Mexican.
That's where we should go.
I wish you'd be there. You should come out.
Oh, I'm out there with my Mexican flag.
I know, right? Yeah, we're on it. We're on it.
Hermano!
Canelo! Oh, we're easy. Oh, this is not Canelo fight? Damn.
Oh, dang it. I'm in the wrong area.
Is there a 168 Puerto Rican to fight Canelo?
Is it?
Not.
No, but that'd be awesome if they're on that card.
Yeah, but anyway, Ring City, man, is bringing more action. And, coming up later on March 18, Alberto Machado, he was going to fight. He had a fight schedule against Nakatani. Oh, my goodness. He's fighting Nakatani, right? For the Tanahara, undefeated Hector Tanahara. For the NABO, WBO NABO, and NBC Sports Network.
Tanahara, remember he got hurt.
So now he's fighting Angel Fierro, 17-1. Also Jose Martinez.
Otro Mexicano. It's still going to be Mexico, Puerto Rico,
exactly.
But I mean...
It's lovely. Yeah, let's hit him in the back of the head.
I kind of wanted it. Back of the head.
That's a signature move.
Watch those back of the head shots.
Yeah.
No, but... yeah, I like to try to trigger Manny.
Yeah,
it's very easy.
I love it. He's just taking my thoughts away, and then I make no sense.
No, but you mentioned about all these potential cards that are kind of being put together. Now, what was the card you were trying to go to?
I'm trying to go to the card of the 24th of April. That's Pitufo Diaz against.
That'd be amazing.
That'll be in Orlando. I got those tickets. I'm just hoping to open up the ticket.
They will. Florida's been open by now.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been open for a few months now.
No, they're going to open. I haven't seen that they have sold it. They're selling the tickets
the
yet.
Arenas and stuff.
The arenas and that. It's in the Osceola Arena, but I haven't seen that they opened. To purchase the tickets. So we'll see what happens. But one that I'd love to also go is March 25th. Amanda Serrano, Ring City, bringing more boxing in the Pueblo de San Juan, Puerto Rico. Amanda Serrano will be fighting Daniela Romina Bermudez. So a lot of action in the Puerto Rican world. Sadly enough, Jason Velez just got completely destroyed by Gabe Flores. Manny Rodriguez will be fighting Raymar Caballo again in a rematch on that fight they took away from him. A kid that we got to be looking at is Aaron Apontes. He beat Harry Gigliotti. This is another great talent from Peter Kahn's stable. He's got a lot of stuff going on in there, and so stay tuned because also as well Jomar Alamo. Finally, we're gonna get to see him again. He's ranked number 10 by the WBO in 140 pounds. He's gonna be there in Osceola with Telemundo against Jesus Alberto Beltran. So a lot of Puerto Rican action going out. Actually, I'm sorry. This was actually Jomar actually beat Jesus Alberto Beltran. So now he is 19-0 with 1, and then Alberto is 17-3, and now he's ranked number 10 by the WBO. So I apologize for that. Yes, Jomar Alamo. I know we talked about it a little bit in Subriel Matias, who were the best Puerto Ricans at 140. Jomar Alamo has a legitimate chance to continue to get up there at the 140, and we'll see what happens in the future for them.
Yeah, I've been hearing his name for a while. Yeah. Like, real quick before we get out of here, I did want you to touch on, if you could, it seems like they're really, really trying to stack the Puerto Rican Day. Do you know about that card, or is it still too early before?
I think it's too early right now, brother. But they're probably going to stack it up too as well. I think there's going to be great action. We've heard a couple rumors here or there. Verdejo mentioned that we don't know who it is, but I think right now something I want to mention. Sander, I don't know. I mean, he can fight now in New York. I think they're going to stack that again. But before we go, I want to really mention and congratulate the new WBC interim champion, Mac Williams Arroyo.
Congrats.
Although, I get it. Although it was an opponent that was called at the last minute. I was hoping to see Julio Cesar Martinez.
He won.
Your boat right here. But, and
you got hurt again.
Yeah, you could see, I know, again for the 5th time.
Yeah, right.
You can see how,
in a row.
Arroyo really trained hard to fight against a top-notch world champion.
He looked great fighting against a guy who jumped up to divisions to fight. Yeah, he looked great.
Exactly, really, really good. A guy Arroyo. I mean, come on, considering that, but a guy that's fought Chocolatito. Gave him 12 rounds. Chocolatito Arroyo. I mean, he's out there. So I'm excited for him. I think he should be getting back in the ring and see if hopefully that fight will reschedule.
It'll happen hopefully, and hopefully, pinche Rey. Hey, stay healthy, cabrón. Chingao. Come tus frijoles.
I know, right? So we got an interim champion, WBC, Mac Williams, Arroyo, y Miguel Cotto. Promotions. Got another one.
Man, Envivo.
Good stuff again, brother. So another great episode 76. Real quick shout out to Sweat Boxing and Irving Tejas.
Siempre.
Much love. Big shout out to Coach Christine and Texas Select Boxing Club in Garland, Texas, Plano Road. Much love to them. Definitely check them out. She said this summer be looking for some merchandise. So
merchandise.
Man.
We'll be out there.
I'll be wearing that.
Yeah, Christine.
In the ring.
Hey, shout out to Christine. She was in Spain over there, and she met Hunter Polaco. He's like, man, you don't know in boxing, man. We're everywhere, even in Spain. We got Hunter over there. Was at the Spain boxing tournament for the 2021, which is 2020 actually, Tokyo. So we wish him the best out there, and appreciate the love, Christine. Yes, we're out there.
Definitely.
Always.
So we appreciate you guys checking us out, listening in, and we have another shows coming, dropping next Friday. So we're trying to get back in the routine, back in the swing of things, and much talking about boxing with my brothers. Love it. And definitely let us know, man. Send us a message on social media. Hit us on Twitter. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We have our fan Facebook page. Let us know what you guys want to hear and feedback.
It doesn't take you a while to just to click like or just share or even just subscribe.
And then most importantly,
help us out. Help the content.
We have our website, LongLiveBoxing.com. It actually has links to all our content, our videos, our articles, which we're going to start trying to put some more article content out there. But again, we truly appreciate you guys checking us out. And
Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast, you have Los Tres Locos Amigos en Vivo Podcast. Como siempre, hasta la próxima. ¡Ay! ¡Woo! Adiós.
Sorry for running.